Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast, we have the first audio recording of Sean Diddy Combs from jail. This is the first time you are hearing from him from jail. We have them. Christian Combs, Diddy's son, is being exposed for having a relationship with a trans woman. Diddy's ex, Kim Porter, allegedly gave Courtney 11 tapes with 8 celebrities on it. 8 celebrities are going to get exposed. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, it's Tuesday morning. Congratulations. We made it through Monday, and I guess, I don't know, Wednesday is a little bit closer. I hate Tuesdays. It's kind of like a nowhere day. All right, guys, I got a good show set up for you guys today. I got 4 lead stories. Kim Porter, Diddy's ex, one of her friends are in court about a tape and a book that she left. That's new breaking news. We also have information that his lawyer is trying to place a gag order. Christian Combs, Diddy's son, has allegedly been caught with a trans woman. And we also have something from the prosecution. We also have quick news. We're going to talk Kamala Harris, LaVon Bell, Jay-Z, and Beyoncé. And we, of course, have to say and acknowledge the passing of the legendary and icon Quincy Jones. We're going to close out the show, as we always do, with question of the day and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices up. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. Diddy's ex, Kim Porter, allegedly gave Courtney Burgess 11 tapes exposing 8 celebrity victims. Courtney Burgess, a close friend of Kim Porter's, just testified before a grand jury claiming she gave him, listen to this, 11 tapes of Diddy and an unedited manuscript exposing details before her unaliving in 2018. Courtney alleges that the tapes reveal 8 celebrities, including 2 or 3 that were not of proper age, and calls out any adults that knew of the incident and says they should be held accountable. This is a shocking testimony unfolding, and Courtney says that he has more to the story. All right, this is huge, breaking, developing news. Hasn't hit mainstream media yet, but we do have his first interview, and just stay tuned, keep it locked, because my next lead story is Diddy's lawyers have gone into court already, I think 12 hours after this interview came out, and they're trying to put a gag order on the media and on Courtney about this. So stay tuned. I mean, stay tuned for the whole show, obviously, but these 2 stories are going to be connected. And this is why, for me, this Courtney guy, first I'm hearing of him, but this is why this is so huge, because the minute that this story broke, Diddy's lawyers right away had an emergency court hearing to put a gag on this guy. Why are they trying to shut him up so quickly when there's so many other people talking? That means Diddy knows that this is real. This is what I think. But anyways, let me play a little bit of the interview, and we'll talk about a little bit more on the other side. Take a listen.
In your public statements, you've mentioned 8 videos, 8 celebrities.
You're right.
Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appeared to be either inebriated or intoxicated or into the influence?
All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appeared to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
All.
Were victims
victims.
or were perpetrating?
Victims.
All right, so of course I can't play the whole entire interview for copyright issues, but what I loved about this interview is that it wasn't a friendly interview. This interviewer was almost kind of like grilling him, almost kind of like a lawyer. Of these 8 celebrities, were these celebrities intoxicated? Were these celebrities victims? Were they victimizing? Like, she was just grilling him back and forth. And there was one time where she says, were they victimized? And then he says, yes. I think he says yes. And then she's like, are you sure victimized? She goes, no. And then he goes, no, they were victims. So I think he didn't really understand what victimized, meaning that they were the ones that were having something done wrong to them. She also asked, were they inebriated? Were they under the influence, whatever? He says yes. So a lot of big news in there. Actually not news, but confirming news, right? Like I said, I wouldn't think that much of this because we've heard a lot of this before, but the fact that Diddy's lawyers, which I'm going to get to right now, are trying to put a gag order on this guy is huge. This guy knows something. And also too, before we go to that, I don't know if you guys caught this when I was reading it first to you, that he has an unedited manuscript. So we all know that, I don't remember the guy's name, the author that put out the edited version of Kim Porter's book. Or if you guys remember, it was a couple of weeks ago, we talked about it at length, where he put it on Amazon. It was an Amazon bestseller. I even made calls to Amazon. I'm asking them, if they had legal rights, if they checked this or whatever. It so happened that he did not have the manuscript or anything to back it up. So Amazon took it down, right? And I haven't heard anything about it. This guy, Courtney, now was saying, hey, I have an unedited manuscript on a flash drive along with these videos. I'm not too sure what he's going to do with it, but the fact that he's talking about it with a grand jury makes me think that he is either going to open some sort of civil suit, maybe on behalf of Kim. I don't know if you can even do that, or he's just going to straight working with the feds. I'm not too sure. They don't say that what he's going to do. I think one interview where his lawyer was like, don't say anything further. So we have a book and we have videos from Kim on a flash drive. And this guy is not trying to make money for now, what it seems. It doesn't seem like he's trying to make money, and he's working with a grand jury. So this is a huge development in the case. And we are a little bit more closer to finding out which celebrities that were either victims or victimized, intoxicated, not intoxicated. I keep on saying this every week, every time I talk about Diddy, like, we are going to soon one day find out which other celebrities. Of course, a lot of people are Jay-Z, Beyonce, LeBron James. It's all speculative, right? We don't know. But anyways, let's move on now to the gag order part of the story. Diddy's lawyers have asked the judge to restrict statements made by potential witnesses. According to TMZ, Diddy's lawyers have asked a judge to restrict statements made by potential witnesses and their lawyers outside of court. Just before I continue reading, this is from TMZ, all right? So this is a very legitimate, credible source, okay? Diddy's team filed the documents Sunday asking the judge to expedite the process of responding to Diddy's motion for a gag order because one witness, a man named Courtney Burgess, has given multiple interviews in recent days. Just talked about this guy. Gag orders against the media are very rare, but judges may issue a gag order against trial participants, such as attorneys, witnesses, or parties in a pending lawsuit or criminal prosecution to ensure a fair trial. So, like I said, they've been asking for a gag order. They never got it. But now that Courtney all of a sudden miraculously appears out of nowhere, like, hey, I have all of this. They're like, hey, on Sunday, I don't even know courts that are open on Sunday, but on Sunday, listen, hey, we need this gag order. Courtney was out here talking to the media. We need you to shut him up. Why do they need to shut him up when you have Tony Busby that has 120 cases and you have all of these other cases that are going on? Why all of a sudden does Diddy's team need to go into the courtroom on Sunday and be like, please, we don't want to hear anything more from Courtney? They're definitely not going to put a gag order on the media. That would just be crazy. But we'll see if we hear anything more from Courtney. What comes of this, you guys know, I will watch it and let you guys know. But I am predicting that this guy is going to make a huge change in this whole Diddy case, because he has something that Diddy's lawyers do not want to get out. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll let y'all know. And also too, as always, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think this is a huge whistleblower? What do you think of this? What are the celebrities? Sound off below. Send me emails, trendoutloud at cfqr600.com. I got more Diddy news coming, so let's just go to the other story, because Christian Combs, Diddy's son, is getting called out. Whack 100 alleges that Diddy's son, Christian Combs, was caught with a transgender. Whack 100 is out here stirring a pot, claiming that Christian Combs, Diddy's son, might have a preference for trans women. Y'all think this is true, or you think Whack is just trying to make headlines? All right, so let me give you guys some context on this. I actually have some audio from Whack. You could hear it from his mouth directly. But By the way, for those of you who don't know who Whack 100 is, Whack 100 is a manager. He's the games manager, Blueface, and he used to be Ray J's. Talking about Ray J, this is from last week when I told you guys about Diddy's three sons, allegedly putting hands on Ray J, and then Whack got on his stream with Ray J and was like, yo, we're not going to let these guys punk you. We're not going to allow this, whatever, blah, blah. And he's like, hey, by the way, Ray, can I let out the information that we have? And Ray J says no. Well, it looks like Whack 100 let out the information anyways. Take a listen to Whack 100 on his stream.
Because you with transgenders.
So that's what you was alluding to? That's what you was alluding to on that live?
That's a fact.
Which son?
The one look like. That's Christian. Yeah.
You see how the interview was like, oh, that's what you were alluding to last week on your live? Yeah. So I don't know if he has any more information, if we're going to get a video leak, if we're going to get pictures. What it sounds like to me is that this was kind of just like a warning shot. Like, hey, y'all put hands on Ray J. Y'all embarrassing him. This used to be my former artist. Y'all know, Whack is going to be like, he tries to bodyguard all his artists. So he's going to ride for Ray no matter what, even if he's still not his manager. So it remains to be seen. I don't know. Is this really this shocking really in 2024 if Christian's son is doing this and he does have a likings with trans women? We did see somebody a couple of weeks ago come out and just like, yeah, for sure. Like, that's just my preference. It's what I like. Right. So I don't know. Is that shocking in 2024? Does anybody really care? I mean, who knows, but knowing Whack, I'm sure that if Christian doesn't quiet himself, we'll start seeing some pictures or a video. We might get text messages. Like, y'all know how Whack 100 gets down already. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys followed up. Also, to just let me know if you guys believe this story or you think that Whack 100 is capping. All right, in our fourth lead story, prosecutors deny leaking hotel video of Diddy assaulting Cassie. All right, if you guys remember a couple of weeks ago, I think this is where part of Diddy's defense was, hey, or his lawyer's defense was, hey, how did this CNN video of Diddy assaulting Cassie come out? There's leaks. What's going on? The attorney general, they're not playing right. This could be grounds for a mistrial. This could be grounds for him while he should get bail because they used this video against Diddy when they were denying his bail the first two times. All right. So, so now the government is coming out and saying, hey, this is not us. We don't have anything to do with it. They're just tying up their loose ends. But I actually think it's actually risky if they did do it because, I mean, who else did? But if they come out now publicly and deny it, if they ever get caught, this could be grounds for a mistrial and then Diddy walks free. All right. So the federal government says they are not involved in leaking the hotel video of Sean Diddy Combs when he was assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Cassie. TMZ reports that prosecutors recently submitted a court motion in response to a motion Diddy filed earlier this month accusing the feds of conspiring against him, denying they even had the footage to hand over to CNN in the first place. According to the documents, federal agents say they searched for the video earlier into their probe against Diddy, but failed to retrieve it as it had disappeared from the hotel's server. They additionally claim that the video didn't pop back up on their radar until CNN dropped it May 17th, furthering that they still didn't have the original copy and downloaded it straight from CNN's website. If you recall, the bombshell video of Diddy assaulting Cassie from the hotel room back in 2016 marked a significant turning point in the string of cases that Diddy is facing. Diddy has continuously asserted that the government was responsible for the video coming out. However, the government has continued to deny that claim, further pointing out that several individuals outside of the federal agencies has access to the video, including hotel employees, the security team who contacted the hotel, and even members of Diddy's staff. So I don't know how much I believe that. The fact that they did know about the video, they admitted they knew about it. They went to the hotel said, hey, it got deleted off our server. Yes, people in Diddy's camp had it, but I don't think people in Diddy's camp would give that out. I don't know. It's either Cassie or somebody. And if it's not the feds know who did it. You know what I'm saying? There's something in there that just doesn't sit well. Like, how does that tape just show up on CNN like that? Yeah, let me know what you guys think below. Send me an email. Sounds fishy to me. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. Kamala Harris says that she will legalize recreational marijuana use and create opportunities for Americans to succeed in the industry. Her exact tweet was, I will legalize recreational marijuana, break down unjust legal barriers, and create opportunities for all Americans to succeed in this new industry. All right. It is election day in America. You know, we try not to cover too much politics. We are a blue podcast. Sorry, not a blue. We are a purple podcast. We have Donald Trump supporters and Kamala Harris supporters. But sound off below. Send me emails. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that it's a little too late? I'm Canadian. We legalized marijuana. I think it was like 2016. Y'all are late on this in the States. And I'm sure a bunch of other countries around the world have legalized this. But I want to know, I have most of my listeners are American. What do you guys think about this? Do you think this is long overdue? Do you think this is something that Trump might do? Maybe, is this like a last ploy for votes, just like one day or the day of, like, hey, I think this came out on Monday, but hey, we're going to legalize weed for y'all, you know? I think they should have done this a long time ago, but let me know what you guys think below. Do you believe this, or is this like a last minute ploy? All right, our second quick story. Levon Bell says, I'm leaving the country if Kamala Harris wins. All right, just going to tie up a little loose ends here with all the politics going on today. So Levon Bell, former NFL player, now I think he's a boxer or whatever. But yeah, he tweeted this out over the weekend, and it went super viral. Like, everybody was talking about it. I don't even know why. He ain't even that popular, but I think it's more just because, you know, everything is so riled up over this political climate that the Americans are in now. So I want to know from you guys, regardless of whoever wins today, and I don't know if we're going to get declared a winner or not, but I want to know, what is your feeling? Are you okay, like, if Trump wins or if Kamala Harris wins? Or a lot of my a lot of my listeners are Donald Trump supporters. If you're a Donald Trump supporter, is Kamala Harris that bad? Do you feel like you're going to leave the country? I'm like, yo, I got to go somewhere else. I think actually my cousin was actually talking to me about that. She lives in Jersey. And she's like, yo, I know a lot of people are going to come up to Canada. Y'all housing prices are going to increase. I actually don't believe that. I think that's just a lot of the anxiety that's kind of built up over these past couple of months. I actually think regardless if Trump wins or if Kamala Harris wins, I think all the rhetoric and all the division will slowly die down for sure after, a couple of months. Actually, I shouldn't say for sure because you never know, but that's just what I think. But of course, always want to know what you guys think. Does anybody out there think that if either of them win, would you move out of the country and go somewhere else? All right, big Beyoncé and Jay-Z news. Our third quick story. Blue Ivy Carter modeling photos are being criticized by fans online. All right, we have made a decision not to put this picture up. It's not actually really that like risque, but I could see why a couple of people are, not really happy with it. You guys want on your own, you could Google it. She's in jeans. She's in a top. I think it might be like a crop top. I don't know, but she's just laying down there or whatever. The pose maybe a little bit questionable, but a lot of fans are just saying, like, look, all of these celebrities are trying to rush these their children to just grow up too fast. The article says, the post says, Blue Ivy Carter's modeling photos are being criticized by fans online. Critics say that Beyoncé and Jay-Z are forcing Blue Ivy to grow up too quickly. Some fans say they are not feeling the pose. See, it's really more about the pose. And they ask, like, what do you think? Are fans overreacting, or do you feel the same way? Like I said, we have made the decision to not post a picture. We don't want no problems with YouTube. I don't want my video being taken down or flagged or whatever. Completely G podcast over here. But y'all could Google the pics on your own. This is rumbling. A lot of people are talking about it. The one thing that I do agree with critics is that I don't feel like these celebrity kids need to be in the spotlight at these ages. I don't know. Blue might be at least 11 or 12. But then on the flip side, There's a ton of people I know that have kids and their kids are in modeling. I mean, my mom put me in modeling when I was 11 or 12 years old and I had pictures, but it's a toss up. Like, I understand, like, you know, my mom wasn't a famous person and not a bunch of people are going to be looking at it. And there's a lot of like creepy people out there. Envy just got in trouble. Envy from the Breakfast Club just got in trouble the other day for Halloween, where his daughter, who I think, can't remember how old she is, but she was reenacting a Little Kim video and they dragged him. So I think it's more like the fact that these are celebrities with their children. So I don't know. You guys let me know. I don't know how I really feel about this. I see both sides as I tend to always do. But anyways, Beyonce and Jay-Z getting a lot of backlash. It's not looking too good for them, man. They're always wrapped up in the Diddy situation and this situation, money situation, and now they're getting dragged for their kids. Let me know what y'all think about it. All right, our fourth quick story. Diddy turns 55 years old today. This is actually yesterday, so I think it was Monday or Sunday. Can't remember the day. But Diddy turned 55 years old, and I actually have the phone call that he had with his kids from jail. This just broke just a couple of hours ago, and I have it for you. Of course, can't play the whole thing, but it's cool. It's the first time we're actually hearing Diddy's actual voice. Take a listen.
Happy birthday to Daddy.
Yay!
I love y'all so much.
We love you too.
Can't wait to see y'all. And I just want to say I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all, especially the girls. I mean, all of y'all. But just for being strong. Thank y'all for being strong, and thank y'all for being by my side and supporting me. I love y'all. The best family in the world. My birthday, I'm happy. Thanks to y'all giving me this call. Thank you very much. I love y'all. I see y'all in a couple of days.
Say it again.
What'd you say?
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, baby.
Of course, it's probably a little bit staged. Of course, I'm sure he wants to talk with his kids, but he knows there's a camera there. The kids know there's a camera there. And since Diddy has been in jail, what we tend to see most is Diddy being portrayed as a family man, right? Just when his daughters, I think, were graduating, somebody posted on his Instagram, so happy that you guys are graduating. Quincy just put out a documentary of behind the scenes of the Combs life, and everything was family, the kids, cooking with my dad, whatever, blah, blah. So this is his PR campaign and his lawyers trying to make us, the public, see Diddy as a father, somebody with kids. For those who are not seeing the video, he has, I think, a 2-year-old. There was a little baby there. So it's like, we feel bad for him. You know, let him out. Don't prosecute him. He's not this bad person. And this is why they're trying to place a gag order on people like Courtney, who is painting another picture of him as a monster and somebody who's cruel and doing all of these bad things with celebrities, right? So who knows? But anyways, really wild to actually hear Diddy's actual voice. I haven't heard him speak literally in like a year, and I almost talk about this guy every day. All right, in our fifth quick story, legendary musician Quincy Jones passes away at 91 years old. Listen, as somebody who was in the music industry for 10 years, I am a music lover. It is my first love. Quincy Jones, I can't express to you guys how much of an icon, how much of a legend, and how impactful he is to the entire music industry, but more specifically to the Black, brown, and minority industry. Quincy Jones is one of the first Black music executives to break into the music industry. I know for some of you that might seem mind-blowing with hip hop and, you know, reggae and R&B, but it wasn't like that in the 40s and 50s, like the Little Richards times and the, you know, Sammy Davis Jr. and Quincy. Like these guys like broke down the barriers. He worked with almost everybody. I think what he's probably the most famous for is Thriller, which is still, I think, the biggest selling album ever. You know, Michael Jackson, one of the biggest artists ever of all time. He did Michael Jackson's first 2 solo albums. I mean, there's nothing that he didn't do. He was the one who, not discovered, but put Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The audition actually happened at Quincy Jones's house during a party. Quincy Jones actually stopped the party and was like, Will, audition right now. There's executives for NBC here. we won't be able to get them back in the room for months. Audition right now. Will went 5 minutes, came back, auditioned, and got the role. And now we have Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which is iconic. So that's all Quincy Jones. We are sending our deepest condolences. We are sending our deepest condolences to the loved ones of the legendary Quincy Jones following the news of his passing. According to AP News, Quincy's publicist Arnold Robinson shared his passing Sunday night and his home in Bel-Air surrounded by his family. Pretty ironic that he lived in Bel-Air, right? The family in a statement said, Tonight, with full but broken hearts, we must share the news of our father and our brother Quincy Jones's passing. Although this is an incredible loss for our family, we celebrate the great life that he lived and know that there will never be another one like him. Quincy Jones, who was a producer, songwriter, composer, arranger, has worked with multiple other legendary musicians, including Michael Jackson, Ray Charles, Frank Sinatra, and many others. We definitely keep our prayers and thoughts to uplift the Quincy Jones family during this difficult time. So super, super sad news. Geez, man, Quincy Jones, what a legend, what an icon. Quincy, thank you for every single thing that you have done. Rest in peace. All right, this brings us to question of the day. What's something your mama taught you that saved you as an adult? All right, Got Munchies _ said, everybody ain't your friends. Totally agree with that. My mama used to say that to me too. All About Mike said, don't let any and everyone in your house. Whew. Now thinking about it, that's probably where I got it from. My mom was like, yo, just don't be bringing everybody over here. And I'm the same way now as an adult. ST Demi said, don't spend all you have or let anybody know. Fair. My mom was the same way. If you can't afford to lend money, don't, because you cannot assume that you'll ever get it back. I never understood that rule, really. Like, if we are that close that I'm going to lend you money, why should I assume that I'm never going to get it back? There's only one person that I ever lent money to that never gave it back to me, ever in my life. But maybe I should have taken this person's advice and I wouldn't be at a loss right now. Anyways, she said, another Paula AJ said, my mama always told me that ain't your friend. Okay. Somebody said, my mom always reminded me to know God, to make your own money. That's a good one. Make your own money. Don't depend on people. How to make a little stretch to a lot. Never go out with a broke man. Mind your own business. Everybody ain't your friend. If you see people run, handle your own business by yourself. Pay your rent because people will feel, can't finish that one. Put God first, control your emotions. Hard head makes for a soft behind. Don't have a bunch of kids, and you cannot save anybody. All right, good ones. Somebody says, just say no. Never trust nobody, not even your family. Jeez, that's harsh. All right. Good answers, good advice from moms. I think more importantly, the overall one was just everybody ain't your friends. You know what I mean? You got to just trust who you bring in the house. Let me know any advice that your mama gave y'all. Comment below, send me emails, trentoutloud@cfqr600.com. All right, this brings us to sports news. Kevin Durant speaks on Stephen A. Smith. He's a clown to me. He's always been a clown. All right, for those of you who don't know, Stephen A. Smith and Kevin Durant has always disliked each other very much. It's almost at the level of hate. But I think this started with Kevin Durant saying that, Stephen A. Smith saying that Kevin Durant is not a great leader. Stephen A. Smith tweeted this out, and it says, I don't have much belief in the Suns with KD as their superstar. I don't question the greatness or competence of Kevin Durant when you are that great. However, when you are that great, you should be able to be a better leader, and he hasn't shown that. Kevin Durant said, I would disagree, Stephen A. Smith. I argue passionately that your intangibles have always been par to my talent. So whatever. These two go neck and neck all the time. It is what it is. All right, that is my Tuesday show. Make sure you guys stay tuned for tomorrow's show. Who knows? Maybe we might have an answer of who won, Kamala Harris or Donald Trump. I don't think we're going to hear about it till like Thursday, Friday, maybe even the weekend. But make sure you tune in and keep it locked all week. All right. That is it for my show. Before I let you guys go, just want to remind you of all the ways to keep up with the Trying Out Loud podcast. If you're used to watching this show on YouTube or listening on podcast platforms, please try to check me out Monday through Friday from 11 to 12 on CFQR600.com. You can log in from anywhere in the world, or 600 AM on your Montreal radio. We do play the Trying Out Loud podcast, but we mix in 90s and 2000s hip-hop and R&B. It's a great hour. It's a great way for you to get your entertainment and viral news while listening to your favorite hits from the 90s and 2000s. And I selected music, so you know it's going to be dope. Yes, I DJ. All right. Vice versa, for those of you who are used to listening to the Trying Out Loud podcast on CFQR 600, and you cannot always catch the show from 11 to 12, you're busy. We get it. You got things to do. Let me give you 3 ways to stay up to date with the show. 1, on CFQR 600's website. After you click listen live, you can click listen again. It will pop, the Trying Out Loud podcast will pop up, and you'll see all of our episodes right there. So just click and watch and listen to whichever ones you'd like. There's obviously YouTube that you could always click onto, and any podcast platform. Just go to your desired site, type in Trying Out Loud, the show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show, and we upload daily. You can follow me on any social platform. It's always the same handle, Trent Out Loud. Don't forget to follow the media company, Exclusivity Media, on Instagram. And lastly, do not touch that dial, anybody who is listening on CFQR 600, because my boy Don Smooth is coming up next with the midday mix from 12 to 1. And Don is always dropping the hits. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.